Are you planning a wedding at Los Cabos? Your biggest challenge is finding a venue that feels like you. You might be worried about the whole weekend feeling staged, or worrying about having to pretend you're laughing for a photo or something, so it feels like a production or a commercial of sorts, instead of actually being present with your family and friends. You're worried you might feel awkward and not like yourself. I get it. I'm a destination wedding photographer here in Mexico, and my whole philosophy is built on one single idea: capturing your day as it happens, with no awkward posing, no staged moments. And I've learned that it all starts with the venue. And not just the venue, but choosing the right one. It's about finding a place that lets you be present. So I want to give you my 3-step framework for finding amazing venues, and then my top 5 picks of iconic venues in Los Cabos to help you in your search. Part 1 is the vibe check. You have to ask yourself, does this venue feel like you? Are you looking for a modern cinematic feel? A venue like the Cape is all about that. It's modern, chic, and it has the most amazing, insane view of the arch, the famous Los Cabos arch from its rooftop. It's pure cinema. Or maybe you're looking for something more dramatic, more exclusive. The Waldorf Astoria Pedregal is in its own world. You enter the venue from a private tunnel carved into the mountain. And you can have your reception over a cliff looking at the ocean. It's amazing. Or you might be looking for something wilder, more connected to nature. My 2 favorites for this are Acre and Flora Farms. These are not traditional hotels, they're full-on experiences. At Acre, you can get married in a field full of agave plants surrounded by mango groves, which is unthinkable. While Flora Farms is the ultimate farm-to-table dream for any weekend. It's rustic, but so elegant. And last but not least, for the perfect blend of art, architecture, and boho style, we have the Hotel San Cristobal Baja. It's just outside Cabo in Todos Los Santos, and its chapel is one of the most beautiful, just simple looking spaces I've seen in my life. And okay, we move on to the next part, the flexibility test. This is gonna be what's gonna make that weekend truly feel yours. You must ask yourself these 2 questions. How many other weddings are these venues running on our wedding weekend? Why? Because if a venue is running 3-4 weddings in one weekend, they're on a pretty tight schedule. And honestly, a tight schedule is the enemy of in-the-moment authentic photos and an experience for you and your guests. You're looking for a venue that's gonna give you that space to breathe. And question number 2 is, can I see your vendor list? And a follow-up is, am I required to use these vendors for my wedding weekend? And look, some preferred vendor lists are great, but you should have the freedom to choose the photographer who you vibe with and who you connect with for your wedding day. Some help with choosing venues is great, but being restricted by it is truly not. You shouldn't have to choose between the vendors that got paid to be on a list. And the last part, the part 3 to evaluate your venue, is the experience blueprint. This is about your guests. How will they get there? Is it easy to get around? Which brings me to my next point and are my pro tips to getting married in Cabo. First, travel. Getting to the Cabo airport is so easy. There are non-stop flights from almost any major US city. The weather is honestly perfect from November to May. My advice? Avoid August and September because it's peak hurricane season. Second, getting from the airport. And this is my number 1 tip by a mile. Pre-book your transportation. I'm serious with this. When you leave the airport, you're gonna walk through a gauntlet of people trying to sell you timeshares and taxis and all kinds of stuff. It can be stressful and confusing, so your best choice is to pre-book shuttle in advance. Companies like Trans-Cabo and Cabo Transfer are great for this. They're gonna be waiting for you outside with a sign with your name. You're gonna bypass all the chaos. And Finding the right venue is the first step. It's the framework for an amazing, authentic day. The next step is finding a planner, florist, DJ, and photographer who share your vision and see your weekend the same way as you guys do. And if you're looking for photos that actually feel like you, if you want to spend your day connecting with your family and your guests, not posing or staging in front of the camera for hours and hours on end, then we should probably talk. Send me a DM on Instagram or just hop in my website and fill out the form, and I'll love to talk to you guys.